Doesn't make any sense, Vader said. These humans must have had access to Great Block records. She laid out replications of the documents found in a medical facility on the ruined planets. By all accounts, the human died of limitation before the Great Blocks even evolved. So then how did they have what it looked like exactly anatomical scans of a Great Block? Researcher Gershrock picked up one of the papers. Even has some kind of decoration paint on its skin. Look how white it is. Could it be convergence? Evolution? One of the archaeological intents asked. No, Fido, said confidently. Look closer at the records. It doesn't just look like a great block. The organs, the neurons, the blood, chemistry, it's all exactly the same. Could have been some type of time machine, Gascock asked. No, the humans weren't even advanced enough to keep their own planet alive. The door slams open. The freezy microphone cover like hair of the man brushing against the top of the door. For him as he entered, I have the answer. On God, Fido groaned. Although you were banned you from the Intergalactic Research Division. I'm not here as a researcher, Will said, holding up his mop. Then why are you bothering us? Just clean up and leave. Panspermial, he gave that answer. Ancient aliens? Fido slammed the papers. She was studying down in frustration. If I let you say your crazy theory, will you leave? I will. We will offered, smiling as wide as a schoolboy. We were humans, or at least their destination. He wiped out a projector, using the far wall to display a presentation he clearly put together himself. It is a well-known fact that there are several missing links between the grid blocks and the closet in curation. It is also known that grid blocks can tolerate and even thrive on a diet including meat. Yet every animal on our own planet is toxic to us. Finder asked, the leading theory that is that with it till was the meat of some unknown extinct animal, which we have no evidence of, we will declare, waggling a finger at her, but a bigger discovery that all but guarantees this is the case has been right in front of us for decades. The next slide of the presentation shows the Delpit Athletic spaceship. The Nisuket pilot looked a bit like a hairy Gridlock mummy with a muzzle and bigger teeth. This was discovered in the later space near the solar system. The vacuum has present its DNA perfectly. This creature has almost 99% DNA, similar with grey blocks. That's impossible, Father said. Looking at the creature, the data is all there, free to look at. But obfuscate for those who don't want to see the truth. I believe that was another species of home-minded that lived among the humans. The chimpanzee, which records found by you, Verity State shared almost 99% similarity with humans. Bring me that data, Father snapped to the turn. She forgot the name of it. The scared elf. Because it's real humans sent off colony ships from their failing planets, one of which must have landed on our homeland and mixed with our own ecology. As all history of humans was lost, but that's not the scary part, and that's that one need not go back but a few hundred years, Gridlock's history to see. Very violent, warming species. If one colony ship survived, likely other did as well, possibly preserving their knowledge. They're human. I fear that when we do find living aliens, they will look at us, act like us, and likely had a hell of a head start. Majesty, everything okay? Just asked the question as soon as he turned the corner. His wife and their daughter stood in a place with two strangers in front of them. One of the strangers was on the ground, unconscious, and the other stood behind him with a heroic pose. His hands rested on his hip, with his elbow bent at a shape angle. A blue cape blowed behind him. Johnny, is that you? The standing stranger pulled his dark blue eye mask off and grinned. Josh recognized his older brother instantly, and in a flash of surprise washes over his face. Hey Josh, he replied, long time no see. Josh felt like he covered enough small talk and turned to his wife. What did I miss? He asked her. You missed me saving their lives, Josh chuckled. He nodded down at the unconscious stranger for effect. But don't take it too hard, Johnny. You couldn't have done anything if you were here to take care of them. It's a good thing I happened to be flying by, he added. Josh stepped over the mugger and smiled at Majesty. She was full with deep purple hair and bronze hair. My name, Josie. I'm Johnny. It's big brother. What's your name? He asked as he extended a hand. She gladly at his hand, then locked eyes with him. She remained silent as she started him down. This is my wife, Majesty, and our daughter, Royalty. John introduced them both, but neither one smiled at Josh. You let gorgeous women like this look around by yourselves? What kind of a man are you, Johnny? Josh asked. He made his appraisal of Majesty very apparent as he looked her up and down. When he looked back at their brother, he found an annoying glare. You're not still bitter about me having superpowers, are you? I told you not to let it go to you, little brother. I can't help it if I was born better. Actually, no, Josh shook his hand. I realized I was never better. You're the one that convinced me I was. He chuckled. Sure. If that's what you're gonna tell yourself, Johnny, go ahead. And blame me. Don't let anyone tell you you're being ungrateful. He turned his attention to Majesty. Again, he held up a light blue business card and offered it to her. If you ever feel alone and unsafe, call me anytime, he grinned. I'll take care of anything the Johnny boy can't. Majesty narrowed her eye at him, but a sudden giggle distracted both of them. Yoli giggled and pulled at Johnny's sleeve. He smiled at her and leaned over so she could whisper something in his ear. He laughed and stood up again while patting Yol on the shoulder. That will be funny, but let not, he said. He's still your uncle. What? Just asked. What will be funny? He looked down at the girl, but she had a perfect flat poker face. It's nothing, Johnny replied. Anything. Anyway, it was nice seeing you. Let's not hurry to do it again. He led the way forward with majesty, and reality behind him. Oh, Majesty, don't forget my card. Just blocked her path and held the card up. And I take good care of you, he added. Majesty walked around him. Mama can take care of herself. Reality stopped in her tracks to chilling Josh. Oh, can she? Josh asked Reality with a smirk. Yes, Reality replied. Come along, Majesty spoke for the first time. We don't have anything to prove to anyone. Reality turned her nose up at Josh, one moment to join her family. That's a nice army you got there, little bro. Josh chuckled. It was an honor to keep them safe for you. He laughed harder. That's where I draw the line. Stop walking and turn to the face Josh. He grinned Reality hands and turned to Josh. I don't care what you think of us necessarily, but I refuse to let you believe you helped in any way. Your brother is the best man I've never met, and there's nothing he needs your help for. Majesty raised her hand in front of him and she held it open, as if she was about to grab something. And soon as Josh focused on her hand, she squeezes it shut. At the same moment, cool dark saw a John's body from the neck down. Mugger was no threat to me. Majesty said as she answered. She raised her hand slightly, and her bombed around Josh. Also rose higher in the air, not at all. Majesty flickered her hand up and Josh was then flying straight up in the dust. And Josh managed to catch himself in the air and he floated down safely. Majesty had already turned away, but Reality stared into his eyes and he landed. Something I can do for you? Josh asked. She grinned and nodded, but she turned back to her parents. They stood some distance away, waiting for her. Josh gave her an approving nod. Then she turned back to Josh. Your card, she said. He immediately pulled out the light blue card again. Yeah, he asked. Maybe she can change her mind. Eat it, she said. What? Josh asked. What his only question is to manage to voice it before it shoved the card into his mouth. Thank you for reading our responsible prop. Yeah. You know, if you're a rocket dude, it's just a system of magic. He throws the ball of ice in the air again, watching with wonder as it erupts in a million tiny islets, and the coleus as the sun strikes his open palm. You just said it. You just said it. It's a system of magic. Their order here proper starts up commands. Error reports. In the front of a fizzle, commands giving to families and human kills literally anything else. In that statement that change how I spell functions, there's a system in play, which means at one point it was the follow, but argue there had to be one point in time where they ran into problems. They can fix a fatal error. I ignored the monks. Confused gazed and kept Ramagan through the library. Felt bad, leaving these ancient texts laying around the table, stacked on top of pages, chairs, but I was so close to something. I could feel it. Ignoring him, Jimmy, he just nerding out about being here, and it shocks about being here. Joel tossed the winter orb in the air again, smiling at the edges runs activation. Splendid. Not a toy. That's bomb. You just spamming the cancel button. When you catch it, I snarked the dove orb hitting the warm wooden floor. But sure, keep playing with stuff you know nothing about at least. I'm trying to figure it all out. If you were going to get it, this one clothing shadow, we should use all the tools we can. He taunts up the table. Orb just barely erupts. Even better, I'm trying to find Will everyone's program and get him off from it. Without his permission, then he will never be able to cast back at us. Unfortunate argument, anything of anyone. A whole army gone in an instant. Hardcore to peaceful mode. I dig it. I tried it, but no matter how much I started at him, I couldn't make his head explode with my mind for the stupid pun. Shush, and dig it. This here's their big shameless. I pointedly made eye contact with Joel. I turned to the monks. Can you give me abundant flash of the magical history again? The bald man stepped forward and nodded curtly. Center the goal. The great gods and should bless our people with magical and cost of regular blood sacrifice and praise requested to him. The run system, our amputation for the flavor, expand our territory. The war campaign became popular, and it's allowed sacrifices of us people to take place of our own blood. That's pretty dark, dude. Like straight demonic. Something clicked in my mind, and Joe disguises comment. I need everything book about agile origins. Shameless where did the dose transition? How did Aisha come to meet these people? And when and where did he stop accepting sacrifices too? Get every historian and monk you can find on it. I don't care. When a cattle judge would hire artists and artists tag along, would something adapt a page culture daily? Devil of a demon. What if the opposite happens? If the Aisha of a demon, what was defined by the Aphids ancient man? If he was there, we could deal with him. Yes, but more than that, the Blythe system that as big as Empire is there's nothing Aisha could handle every single request. And once, if he is a demon, then he is limited occupation. He need help. He is not just a demon. He is a demon with a demonic eyes. Why is that immortal? Demons control the background processing automatically. Nope, those who believe my statement were shocked. At skill at this magic system, a person from the sky was able to cast a spell no one had ever seen before. There's some who believe me. I was God fallen from the sky. To others, I was simply chosen one. Why am I disposed of that? There was a section of people, however, who did not believe me, mainly a kingdom, and his people, they saw their king as the chosen one, and as God. To them, I was a stranger from the sky, fallen angel. My followers asked me the limitation of my power. One day I answered that I was unsure. They chuckled, but dear God, you know everything. I look over the followers. I mean, not my followers, for there's one thing I didn't try yet. I need a volunteer. Those who went just what happened never spoke of what happened. As I walked out to the kingdom, I sent a message to the king. Tell the king to meet my demands. I told him the message returned with a message that the king denied me. I chuckled. What happened? was a failed error. Happens in the magical system. Then the cast a spell doesn't stop the existence, for there will be something instead, in a form and an empty void. Nothing is something. It's not even what I void is created. It's been years since my kingdom was formed. Those who see the void of the kingdom, my vital little creatures, reminded of their fate, and their agony, their fear, I will end them and their life in an instant.